though, and we're gonna find out how long we can keep this streak going with no days off. Because I know I've been talking about no days off on this channel. I've been having some situations with my webcam and my laptop, but we here now. It's like I have a phone, so regardless of what's going on with my webcam or my laptop or whatever, I got a phone, so I can always still be recording every single day. So there's no excuses. But we're gonna keep the consistency going. We're gonna keep the rhythm going, momentum going. And so I'm just gonna read this article, and then you know what I'm saying we'll just go from there. So it's like 2026 NFL draft, 6 potential trades that can rock round one. You know, the NFL draft is among us. I think it's going to be, what is it, like April 29th, I think it is. Let me see what the NFL draft is. I can't remember. NFL, my fault. Let's see. 2026 NFL draft. Oh, April 23rd. So it's like in a few days. So the Raiders gonna be picking number one, Jets number two, Cardinals number three, Titans number four, Giants number five, Browns number six, Commanders number seven, Saints number eight, Chiefs number nine. And the Giants is picking. Oh yeah, because of that trade. So the Giants is gonna be picking twice in the top 10, and then we got the Dolphins, got the Cowboys. Speaking of the trade, let's talk about the trade real quick. I mean, let's talk about the Dexter Lawrence trade. Dexter Lawrence going to the Bengals. How do y'all feel about that? I mean, my thing is that I think I've always liked Dexter Lawrence. I thought Dexter Lawrence. I thought Dexter Lawrence was one of the best defensive tackles, if not the best defensive tackle in the league a few years ago. Over the past 2 seasons, I kind of just like he's kind of fallen off for me. Now, last year there was no excuse of why he fell off. He wasn't hurt. He pretty much played all last year. There was nothing going wrong, nothing going on with him. The year before that, he was okay. I think he had some injuries, but I mean, you talk about a defense that has other star athletes, other star defensive players, and Dexter Lawrence can't really do anything. That that kind of bothers me. Now, don't get me wrong. There was talks that the Chargers can get him. If the Chargers would have got Dexter Lawrence, I would have been happy. Now, but again, he's going to a team with a I think with a great defensive coordinator. You got Jim Harbaugh, and then you got great defensive players. He's going to be surrounded by, so he can thrive in that great defensive thriving environment ecosystem. That where the Chargers is at, defense is the name of the game. So that would have been a perfect fit for him. Yeah, I think he went to the worst team because I don't see him. I don't see him prevailing in Cincinnati. I really don't. I mean, the Bengals has absolutely nothing. They have no great defense players at all. They traded their great defense player away, and now they have Dexter Lawrence, and they're going to depend on Dexter Lawrence to be the anchor of that defense to really evolve that defense. And I don't really see it. I don't think I don't. Now, don't get me wrong. He's not going to hurt, but I don't think he's going to make that big of a difference. Let's think about that. They had Henderson, Trey Henderson. It wasn't that big of a difference. Trey Henderson is a great. Is Jake Trey Henderson not a great defensive player? Is he not one of the best pass rushers in the league? A great pass rusher is much more. Well, now depending on what kind of defensive tackle we're talking about, but a great pass rusher is more effective for a defense, really more effective for a team as a whole to win more games than a defensive tackle like Dexter Lawrence. When I say a defensive tackle like Dexter Lawrence, because Dexter Lawrence is not really doing anything anymore. Like he has done absolutely nothing this past year. But can it change? Maybe. I don't think so, but it's going to remain the same. We're going to find out in the next few months. I mean, the draft is coming up, and then we got training camp, and then we got preseason, and then after that, after August, it's whatever. It's a wrap. So we got like 3 months left, like what 3 4 months left. So we'll find out. We're gonna see, man. I honestly don't think anything's gonna. I don't see the Bengals doing anything different, being any different at all. So, but let's see here. We got trades will occur on the opening night of the 2026 NFL Draft. Last April, 4 moves were made during round one, with the Jaguars jumping for Travis Hunter and the Giants jumping back in for Jackson Dart. In 2024, there were 5 trades on Thursday night with a half dozen in 2023. So as we go towards the draft opening night in Pittsburgh on Thursday, April 23rd, let's see what some analysts got to say about this. Chargers. So they think there's a lot of talks that people think that. Oh no, this is an outdated article. I can't read this article because well, maybe I can read some of it, but there a lot of people were predicting the Chargers should trade to get Dexter Lawrence, but that didn't happen. The Chargers didn't get Dexter Lawrence. Obviously, they got the Giants went on to send Dexter Lawrence to the Bengals. But let's see what we got here. It says Cowboys vaults number 4 for rare athlete. The Cowboys defense cratered in the first year of the post-Michael Parsons era, allowing the most points, 30 points in passing yards per game, 251.5 in the NFL last season. With 2 picks in the first round this year, including one, number 20 overall, that came from the Packers in the Parsons trade. It's time to be aggressive, rebuilding a once proud unit. I'd like to see Dallas trade all the way up to number 4. The Titans are willing to move down, at least in this exercise, to get in front of the division rival Giants and land a new franchise cornerstone in uber athletic linebacker Sonny Styles, who is drawing comparisons to Pro Football Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher. The price will undoubtedly be steep, but sitting back and waiting at number 12 could prove costly in its own way too. Is Sonny Styles really that good? I mean, he's getting comparisons to Brian Urlacher. I didn't watch college football, so I don't know, but I've heard a lot about Sonny Styles. And what's the other one from OSU? Averill Reese. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. So, I mean, I know he had a really great combine. I know he looks crazy athletic. What is he, like 240 pounds, like 6'3" or something? Let me see if Sonny Styles' size. I think maybe he's taller than 6'3". Maybe like 6'4". Let me see. Let me look at his profile. Draft and combine. Yeah, the 91 production score, 94 athleticism score, total score. He ran a 4.46 and a 40, 1.56 and a 10-yard split, 43.5. Dang, that's high. He had a huge vertical. 11.2 broad jump, 7-second cone 3-cone drill, 4.26 40-yard shuttle. He didn't participate in the bench press. I would have liked to have seen him participate in the bench press as a linebacker. Let's see. Oh, he's much taller than 6'4". He's 6'5". You know, he's big. 6'5", 244. I mean, he got all the tangibles. I didn't watch him in college. I didn't watch college ball, so I don't know how he plays on the field. So his prospect grade, they say he'll become a good starter within 2 years. Within 2 years. I don't know, man. This guy might not be it. Styles began his Ohio State career as a safety, but he settled in at linebacker in 2024. He's improved in diagnosing play development. The former Buckeyes diffuses block attempts with crisp hand strikes and leverages run fits with force anchor strength. There are times when he slips back into a containment-based approach, but he has plenty of short area quickness and pursuit speed to get where he needs to go. He can make an impact from multiple spots on the field and is a plus-man cover talent. Styles is an emerging player with the traits and versatility to garner longer looks by NFL evaluators. He could see his stock soar leading up to his draft day. I mean, yeah, go up top 5. So sources tell us it is hard to look at him and think that he was ever a safety with that frame. And he's always been wired like a linebacker. An AFC regional scout said that. So he's a big guy. He's a big dude. But we're going to find out, man. We're going to find out how great this guy could be. Because sometimes linebackers, they come in and they're not even all that good when they're rated this high. And a linebacker going this high in the draft, that kind of just tells you how weak of a talent this draft is. Because, I mean, it's not like this guy is one of the best linebacker prospects coming out of college the past 10 years. If he is, somebody correct me. Like I said, I haven't watched college football in the past couple of years, but I don't think so. I just think he's just one of the best prospects in this untalented draft, in this underwhelming draft. But I mean, I digress. There's another one who's right by him, Averill Reese. Averill Reese. I think Averill Reese may be better than him. I think. I don't know. But I hear a lot about Averill Reese as well. Let's see. Or Arville Reese. Maybe that's how you pronounce his name. Arville Reese. Let's see. They're both about the same size. 6'4", 243. Let's look at his draft profile. Let me see. So I think he has a higher grade than Sonny Styles, according to this draft profile. They both ran the same 40, 446. He didn't participate in the vertical broad, bench press, or any of that. He had a 158, 10-yard split. Let's see what they got to say about this. I can't share my screen, but I can play this video. I can hear it.
Obviously, they canceled the visit with David Bailey.
Fellas, we think we know that Fernando Mendoza going number 1, which means the draft then starts at number 2. What are we hearing there with the New York Jets?
Oh, we know Fernando Mendoza is going number 1, but yes, let's start with number 2. My understanding is the Jets are down to Arvell Reese and David Bailey, looking at pass rusher, trying to add one of the 2 top edge rushers in the draft. And so much of what you're going to see after this pick is going to be determined by who the Jets pick. Now, very famously, they canceled the visit with David Bailey, the Texas Tech edge rusher. My understanding is they have plenty of information on David Bailey. They've done a lot of work on him personally, a lot of tape. They've gotten all the information they need to know as far as where he goes and how he compares to Arvell Reese. Now, for Reese, Tom, there is a little bit of a projection, right? Like, the comparison is, for a lot of people, Micah Parsons. He hasn't rushed the passer, certainly not as much as Micah Parsons did, which makes a lot of people believe that Bailey will end up being a pick, although nobody really knows. So much of what happens next is determined by.
I mean, are they comparing Arvell Reese to Micah Parsons just because of his athleticism and his size? I mean, if he doesn't even rush the passer for real, how can you compare him to Micah Parsons?
We can't do that.
So I don't like that. Like, we knew what Michael Parsons was coming out of college. Think about this. The guy, to be honest with you, I don't think any one of these linebackers is going to be good their rookie year. Who was the pass rusher that came out of college last year? It was so much talk about him. He was over here asking for Lawrence Taylor's jersey number. And he did absolutely nothing last year. And he was a big prospect coming out of the draft. So I don't know, man. I'm not saying Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles are not going to be good, but I'm gonna say they're not. I don't think they're going to be all that their rookie year. I'll put it to you like that. We're going to have to find out. This is the NFL, not college. And let's see. At 20 years old, Reese is still growing into his frame and his game, but learning from James Laurinaitis, linebackers coach, and Matt Patricia, defensive coordinator, should give him a head start in assimilating to the pro game. He plays off-ball linebacker and stand-up edge with the talent to post impact production from either spot. His third down versatility adds alignment variety and helps camouflage defensive intent. His run diagnosis and angles of attack are average. His wrong diagnosis and angles of attack are average. That to me is a red flag. To me. But he flows quickly once he triggers, using assertive hands to stack and play off blocks. Now that's good. Play off blocks. He's fast in pursuit, and his tackle finishing could become elite. What? His fastest pursuit and his tackle finishing could become elite? So it's not elite? You mean to tell me he's a linebacker that's being drafted in the arguably top 5, top 10, and his finishing tackles is arguably elite? It should be elite if you're getting picked in the top down 10. I don't know, man. I think I think when I think about, I think why these guys are rated so high and why so many people are talking about them because they're coming out of OSU. You know what I'm saying? OSU is it's a prominent college, and they're coming out of OSU. I mean, I guess because there's size and athleticism as well, but that doesn't mean anything. Like size, like people who never played the game of football automatically thinks that you can play the game, that you're going to be great in the game if you got size and you're athletic. No, football is so much more than that about that. It helps, your athleticism helps, your size helps, but you have to be, especially in playing at a high level like the NFL, you have to have some type of intelligence, and you gotta understand angles. You gotta understand a lot of different things and just be athletic and have size. That will get you far in high school. That'll get you far in college. When you get to the pros, like everybody is big, everybody is athletic. So what's going to separate you from that is your mentality, your mindset, your work ethic. And if you really understand the game, if you can slow the game down mentally, because it's a very fast game. Like it's a whole other sport when you get to the NFL, whole other sport. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna make the bold statement and say I don't think they're gonna be good at least a rookie year. Again, I mean it's a development sport, and they could get better as time go on. I mean I can't even think of a linebacker edge that was great coming out of OSU anyway. I mean I can't think off the top of my head. I'm not saying there never has been, but I can't think off the top of my head. OSU is known for what? Wide receivers, not edge and linebackers. So I think the last one I can think of, didn't Malcolm Jenkins come out of OSU? Let me see. I think Malcolm Jenkins came out of OSU, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he did come out of OSU. Malcolm Jenkins came out of OSU. But I want to know who was the last great defensive player that came out of OSU? Because all I know is it's been a bunch of wide receivers. Jerome Baker, and can't even remember who the hell that is. So evidently, it's been a while because it definitely wasn't Jerome Baker. He was drafted. Wait, hold on. This has to be wrong. 3rd round. Eli Apple was trash. Damian Arnett. I don't even know who the hell that is. Yeah, man. I don't want to say that Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles are going to be buzz. Well, if those guys are depending on their size and their speed to play well in the league, they're going to suck. That's just the bottom line, and that's always been the case. I mean, how many athletic, big size guys came out into college? I've been watching football. I've been playing football. Well, I don't play anymore, but I've been watching football since I've been 14 years old. I've seen the same story over and over and over again every year. It's like when you played and you watch the game and you have so much experience with the game, you just know that its size and athleticism does not matter that much. Again, it's like cherry on the top. It's like what really makes you a great player playing football is your intangibles more than your tangibles. That's what really makes you a great player. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, man, but we're going to find out. And you guys already know, I don't mind being wrong on this channel. I really don't at all. If I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. I never, you already know, like I said this, maybe I've been redundant. I said this so many times. I never, ever, wish ill on any players. Like, I want all the players to be great. I want all football players to be good. But I have to be honest on this channel. If I'm not honest, if I'm just sugarcoating stuff, it won't be a credible channel. I won't be a credible analyst. So I have to be authentic and honest. But again, I'm being honest. I have not watched college football, so I'm just going based off what I'm reading and what analysts are talking about. So again, that's something else. So you guys know better than me. If you have been watching college football, if you're an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, hey man, check me, correct me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a dog in this fight, but I just going to give the bold statement and just say that I don't really see them being good. You know, but here's one thing I do want to say though. I do want to say this. But let's talk about this real quick before I close. I want to know. I want you guys to drop it in the chat, comment. Who is the best player coming out of the draft this year? Who do you think? The best player, hands down, the draft. You know, you got somebody saying Mendoza. You got somebody playing saying Bailey. I'm just going to go ahead and say I think it's that running back, not Jeremiah. What's his name? Jeremiah Love. I think it's him. I looked at some of his tape, and I've heard a lot about him, and he is a very and he's born May 31st. Okay, I was born May 27th, so I'm not really big on horoscopes, but I don't know if that's a Gemini or whatnot, but it's close enough. But anyway, Jeremiah Love, he a beast. He's a beast, man, and I think he's like 6'1". Hold on, let me see how big Jeremiah Love is. I think he's like 6'1", 230 or something like that. Oh no, he's okay. I'm off. He's 6 foot 214. All right, so he could do everything. He could play wide receiver, but he's a running back. He could block. He could run in between the tackles. He could run outside of the tackles. He could be a home run hitter, and he's an efficient route runner. So he can do everything. He is a Army Swiss knife as an offensive player. So he can do anything, man. So he is a weapon. He's not a running back. He's a freaking weapon. He's an offensive weapon. And I think now, if there won't be a player that will not automatically be great as their rookie coming right out of college, being drafted right off the bat, Jeremiah Love is going to be that number one player. I think I will be disappointed if I don't see him being great right off the bat his rookie year. His first touch, I will be disappointed. And I'm going to make the bold statement like I made about Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles. I'm going to say Jeremiah Love is going to be a great running back, and he is going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. I know that's crazy, but I saw some of his stuff, and like I saw some of his tape. I did some research on him. He looks like a very dangerous player. Very dangerous player. And especially if he goes to the right team, if he goes to the right team with the right system, with the right coach, which the right coach is the right system, he's going to be hell. He's going to be hell. So whoever drafts Jeremiah Love, which will obviously be a top 5 team, you guys are in for a treat. So I'm going to say Jeremiah Love is the best player in the draft. And yeah, y'all let me know if y'all agree or not. So yeah, so I mean, let's see here. Let me see if I can find his draft stock. Let's see. Yeah, show me. Let me know what y'all think. Give me your drop in the chat who you think is the number one player in this draft. All right, as I said, I gave you my hot take on Jeremiah Love. So let me know what you think. And let me know what y'all think about Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles. I mean, because like I said before, I think Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles. I'm not going to go to the extent of saying they're going to be bust, but I just don't think they're going to be all that good. That's just my opinion. Here's another mock draft scenario. It says Bengals leap into top 5 for difference. No, I don't think the Bengals are going to jump now because they got Dexter Lawrence. Now they said Raiders double down on Hoisers. There are a number of realistic trades that I can see happening in round 1, but the move I want to see most, give me the. You saying hi? Give me your take. Who do you think is the best? Who do you think is the best player in the draft? If you're going to say hi. So it's like, okay, let's see. Give me the Raiders investing in their prospective franchise quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. What do y'all think about Fernando Mendoza? You don't know? All right, whatever. What do y'all think about Fernando? Well, what do you think about Jeremiah Love? I said Jeremiah Love is the best player in the draft, and I'm also want to see what you guys think about Fernando Mendoza. Do you think which one? Who's good? Fernando Mendoza or Jeremiah Love is good? Do you think it was more Cignetti or Mendoza who won that championship? Who won the BCS championship this year? Like I said, I mean, I really want to know. I can give you my opinion, and I can say maybe it was Cignetti because he is a really great coach, and and yeah, Cincinnati is a really great coach, and I'm not saying Mendoza isn't a great quarterback, but I heard Mendoza was pretty much subpar throughout the season. I think he like he stepped up in big times, big games, which is great. I think that can turn into those are elite traits when you step up in crunch time, when you're clutch. You know what I'm saying? Those are traits of eliteness. But can Mendoza do this consistently, or is he going to be some type of Jalen Hurts quarterback? And you can't be no type of Jalen Hurts quarterback playing for the Raiders. You don't got that luxury. But I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I'm definitely watching college football this year, so I can be more informed with these college players coming out. But I'm gonna be honest, college football has been very underwhelming the past few years. The games are just not that competitive, and if the game is not competitive, I'm not going to watch it. That's why I just stay watching NFL, because it stays competitive. It's the best of the best, it's the elite of the elite. So y'all let me know. I'm gonna close out, and so I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. I mean, if you are a huge football fan and you like authentic takes, you don't like people sugarcoating stuff, this is the channel for you, because I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I know there isn't anything about football I don't know. Like I said, I've been playing the game since I've been 14 years old, and I know players in the league, and I worked my ass off for over 10 years to get into the league. Didn't get into the league, but that tells you that my intelligence when it comes to this sport is high. So, hey, every day I'm going to be on this channel. There's no days off on this channel. So if you're tired of analysts, giving you weak, biased takes, you come straight to this channel. This is what this channel is all about. All day, no days out, no days off. All right, deuces. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. Peace out.